Nevertheless, I have a few things against you. Now this is the Lord talking to the church leader. Nevertheless, I have a few things against you. Because you allow that woman Jezebel. Oh, here we go. Women are trouble. No, sorry. Nevertheless, I have a few things against you. Because you allowed that woman Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess, to teach and seduce my servants to commit sexual immorality and eat things sacrificed to idols. And I'll talk with for the next 5 minutes, or maybe slightly a little bit more, and then we'll call it a day. Nevertheless, I have a few things against you. You've allowed that woman, Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess, but she's not. She is seducing my servants into committing sexual immorality and offering sacrifices to idols, false gods. You've allowed Jezebel to be in the midst of you. A brief thing about Jezebel. Jezebel, the Lord chose a woman out of all the women that are mentioned in the Holy Bible, the worst of all. Jezebel is the worst of all the women that are mentioned in the Holy Bible. She is the #1 evildoer. Now what happened? Ahab, who was the king of Israel, Jewish, from the tribe of Ephraim. And he was a Jew from the tribe of Ephraim, a king of Israel. He went to meet the king of Sidon. Sidon is in the south of Lebanon. It is Lebanon. Now Sidon, Tyre and Sidon, at that time, their god was the Baal, B-A-A-L. Now the Baal in the Holy Bible represents Satan. So the people of Sidon and Tyre used to worship Satan literally. So the king of Israel, Ahab, goes to meet the king of Sidon, and then he sees the daughter of the king walking by. He falls in love with her. He is an Israeli, he is a Jew from the tribe of Ephraim. He meets a pagan, a worshiper of Satan, Baal, a totally foreign god. But she was beautiful. And he says, I want to marry her. The king says, let me call my daughter. Daughter, come here. This king wants to marry you. What do you say? She said to Ahab, she said, listen, I'll marry you on one condition. You stay to your own religion and you leave me to my own religion. Enta ladinak wa ana ladini. Mixed marriages of different religions is a big no-no. That's the Holy Bible says, not me. So now, she said, I'll marry you on one condition. You leave me to my own religion, free. He said, no problems, you got it. I'll do anything, I just want to marry you. You are too beautiful, that's it, I fell in love with you. He married her. He took her with him to his kingdom, Israel. She said, I want you to build me a temple for Baal. Temple for Baal, Satan. He said, I'll build it next to the citadel where you live. So it'll be, easy access to you. She said, I'll bring 400 prophets of the Baal with me from Sidon to Israel. You'll need to let me bring 400 and 450 priests that worship Baal. He said, anything for you. They got married, they went, he built her one temple. After a short while, the one temple became over 1,000 temples in all of Israel. You make deals with Satan, he'll begin with the little thing, and then at the end he will take everything.